Try it again. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adam Rihel, and Matthew Christy will also be joining me on this presentation, and we're going to be talking about Wii Sports. So just to start off with some general information, there are 5 different sports along with some other training games that you can do on Wii Sports. You can do baseball, tennis, boxing, golf, or bowling, depending on what your mood is at the time. It's a sports simulation genre. It's played on a console, usually with either one controller or two if you're boxing, because you need both hands. It can be played single player or there can be two-person teams depending on the sport. So, some more general information. The purpose or the goal of Wii Sports is to beat your opponent in whichever of the 5 sports or training games you can do. Also, you can achieve quote unquote pro status by reaching 1,000 skill points through winning games at a higher difficulty. Now, all pro status is it lets you customize some of your equipment that you can use whenever you're playing any of the sports.
So a little about Wii Sports. It was launched by Nintendo Wii from the Nintendo Company, which is a home video game system that came out in 2006. And along with that gaming system, Wii Sports was actually one of the first games to be released with the console itself. Um, the console itself was derived with a simple swipe controller that allowed within Wii Sports for players to participate in physical acts that say these physical sports would actually have. So in tennis, you could swipe the controller, which would allow the realistic nature of swinging a tennis racket. You can roll a bowling ball. For boxing, you can throw, left hooks, right hooks, depending on how your setup was with the controllers in your hand, or you could swing a golf club. This made for simple mechanics within the game, and it was accessible to everyone. You could play these games while standing and being very physical. You could also play baseball by sitting in your couch or your recliner in your living room. It allowed for a diverse uh, set of people to be able to play these games from young children up to seniors. This redefined the idea of who a gamer could actually be. Um, some research for Black Play stated that with more than 82 million copies sold, Wii Sports is one of the best-selling video games of all time. So within Wii Sports competitions, these were mainly small competitions and local community events, not something on a large scale that we've been typically talking about throughout the course so far. But these were more for, I know specifically, like in some fundraising events at a community level. These typically had double elimination or bracket style tournaments, and a lot of it was a one versus one player setup. 9 frame game, such as a loser bracket with 6 frames, and then a grand finale being best of 3 games. All players must wear the Wii safety wrist straps. Uh, these came attached to the bottom of the Wii remotes, and it would simply slide to cinch down on the wrist. This allowed for a safety feature so that in the event of play, players weren't letting go of the remote, as some may recall whenever looking at the history of this console, that uh, this could happen and inevitably send the Wii remote flying into either a television or another person playing. These are references that we use to find out the material when researching the history and current status of the Wii, and specifically Wii Sports brought to us by Nintendo. And that is our esports presentation.